DIY repair of a subwoofer box when the hole is cut too big.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are repairing and fixing a subwoofer. This is said subwoofer, and this is said subwoofer mount. Hold on a second. Box, and then said subwoofer. And if you see here, there's too much room. So what you gotta do, because we were given the wrong measurements, and mistakes happen, we're gonna put a plate on top of this. We're gonna carpet it, and then we'll have the right dimension since we have the subwoofer. That's why I always say, give me the subwoofer and we'll mount it. This is a big boy. So let's get to cutting. So forgive the wind. Wind is always an enemy. So 19 1/4 to 15 1/2. So we're gonna have it come up on this rounded edge and then up again on another rounded edge. So we're just gonna put a faceplate on top of this to save the subwoofer box. Nobody's really at fault. Mistakes happen with measurements, and we are going to fix it.
Cutting the new subwoofer plate on the rigid table saw, and you'll see me there cutting, and the lights go out, and they'll flash the camera. We're having some electrical issues. We'll fix that later. But I always make sure my blade is parallel to the fence as I'm cutting, and that's about it. Pretty simple stuff. We'll get the router in. Now that the plate is done, we can set it on the box and get an idea of what this is going to look like. So that's it. Now we just have to router the edge and then cut the hole. After test fitting, we are going to start routering the outer edges of the adapter plate, a little bit of sanding work, and we find center. We're going to set up our circle cutting jig with our router. Use the plunge function, which works beautifully in this sort of environment. You could probably do it without the plunge function, but it'd be a bit more difficult. And then we just cut the hole using the vacuum all the way along, keeping the work area nice and clean. And now we're on to cutting the fabric. You glue both sides, wait 5 minutes. While I'm waiting those 5 minutes, I'll be messing around. I've got a new Railbee glue gun, and it's the type where it heats up the element, and then you're able to glue with it. And it's a decent tool for quick use, but for the long term, for bigger projects, it is problematic. So I cut the hole around the outside, cut a little bit of fabric around the outside, and that makes a good glue surface of the MDF to the MDF. Finish kind of waiting for it all to glue up, and then we can finish attaching all the plates and everything to the subwoofer box. And I decided to fasten it from the inside and the outside of the box. For cosmetic and structural purposes, I kind of let the bolted hole on the outside in the corner, so that worked well. I used a glue gun again to go seal all the way around the outside of said box. And then we put the subwoofer into place, level it out so that the SCAR logo is parallel to the box. And then we fasten everything into place, and we're done. We have a functioning subwoofer. Alrighty guys, so the subwoofer box is finished. The customer wanted us to add these, just kind of like a bit more of a, a factory kind of industrial style look. He did want these to be all the way around here, but they didn't quite fit in properly, so they had to be longer. These are only 1 inch. They should have been, I'd say, 1.5 inches to be able to fit into here and have the washers go around it. We weren't able to do that look. Otherwise, I'm tripping over stuff as per normal in this place. So it would have, what we wanted, or the customer wanted, these are not long enough, as you can see right here, but what they wanted was this style of look all the way around, but they couldn't get that. So they got that, that's fine. Again, should have got longer ones, like 1.5 inches, 2 inches would have been fine. So they could have got their industrial look. Wind is kicking the trailer's butt. Anyways, it's done. So now we can make it go boom. But nothing's hooked up, and it's too late at night, so I'm gonna get going home. The SCAR 15-inch ported subwoofer box with adapter plate for a nice tight fit. If you made it this far in the video for the repair of the subwoofer box, and we'll just chalk it up to not being able to read a tape measure and or our drawing. Mistakes happen, not a big deal. We corrected it,
and no extra charge to the customer. We just want to get the project to them complete, and they're happy, so then we're happy. And if anybody asks who built that subwoofer box, we'll be on the top of that list. Anyways, guys, well, we're the only one on that list. But any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down below. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. As always, if you do any questionable, name it after me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.